process. Mainly for foam, I guess.
Just for foam? Or, yeah, well, which
Like I
is
said,
really
everything.
well, that stuff
Everyone
there.
wants to know.
Painting process, that is actually
Yeah.
a fantastic thing. When it comes to foam, you are going to need to seal it in some way,
Well,
shape, or form.
I didn't seal this.
You're supposed to seal it. Well, you can't. But the issues with the foam is, like a lot of times when you do it and you start really manipulating it, you're going to want to use, like I use gesso on mine or Mod Podge. Mod Podge actually works really, really good too. Some people use Plasti-Dip. But all that will allow the additional paint layers to stick to it, so you spray that on or brush it on. And then because of the flexibility of it, I personally like using acrylics, and I think we had talked that acrylics are your go-to paint as well. I'm sure they are for you too. Acrylics are, you can have it thick, you can have it thin, you can do all the extra little weathering details that you can really.
Prime first and everything as well.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, prime everything before you paint it and then let it dry. There you go. That's
Do you guys use clear coats at all or anything, or depending on obviously?
Usually,
Depends
yeah.
on the project.
Yeah, like all of my guns, like it's not armor, but all my guns get clear coated because they're going to see some abuse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, if you want a more in-depth, Alan Amos tomorrow is doing a live painted weathering panel. It's going to be a demo, ask questions, that kind of thing. So if you want to go full into it, check that out tomorrow.
What time and where is that?
I believe it's 1 or 2. Look for Alan Amos in the program.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I was just curious about transparencies, like that visor you have there. Things like
On this guy here?
Yes, like
I don't know, what does it look like?
I think this was one of those welding visor things. I
Yeah.
got that for like $18. Trimmed it.
Carefully.
For that. Just different.
Oh, yeah.
Some people have like dyed actual clear acrylic. You get-
I've done that actually, and it was PETG, the same stuff to make Coke bottles out of. Again, if you go find your plastic supply stores or science stores, they'll have that. If you need a really specific visor color, you can use fabric dye to dye plastic. It's really cool. Essentially, you make your shape however you're going to make it. We did a vacuum form for a visor.
I'm also very curious about that.
Yeah, that's another tricky beast. It's kind of like if you're a Jedi, you have to build your own lightsaber. Prop maker has to build his own vacuum form. Kind of how it is. But you take that visor plastic after it's shaped, and you get a boiling pot of water in a pot that you no longer care to use for food, and you put dye in it, like whatever color you want. We use black. And then you dunk your visor in that, and then you quench it in cold water. You go back and forth until it's the amount of tint that you want. It's really neat. Yeah, look it up. If you look, I think if you go to instructables.com, I think that's where we found out how to do that. Yeah, but other than that, if you can find a visor, like a motorcycle visor, that will work pretty good, that's a great place to start.
Is there any specific kind of plastic that fits better, or?
If you're going to do vacuum forming, then you're looking at like PET and acrylic, usually, or if it's not clear, something like styrene. But there's a. Oh, that's awesome. We got our info on the painting panel for tomorrow. But yeah, and like we were saying, if you go get some scraps from a place like that, just play with them, see what you like. You can hit it with a heat gun and heat form it. Thank you.